So, what does an estate plan cost in Florida? Everyone wants to know the answer to this question, and some lawyers dodge it, but let me at least give you some of the factors that come into play. One is that a will based plan is probably going to be less expensive than a trust based plan because the wills are generally simpler, they're shorter, there's less moving parts, and a trust based plan is going to be a longer document with more provisions in it. There are funding requirements that go with a trust where you transfer assets like land or accounts into the name of the trust. So that adds to some of the fees and the costs. And just the wishes themselves and the goals that the clients are trying to achieve can be more complex and would usually be dealt with in a trust based plan where, let's say, they wanted some protections for the distributions that they're making to their beneficiaries or some delays on those distributions so that a young beneficiary doesn't come into their inheritance right away. And from there are many different flavors of trust. There are trusts that are designed for tax avoidance, for asset protection, just more simply for estate planning. The revocable living trust would be probably the next level up from the will based plan. So, the revocable living trust, where the grantor still has control and access to their assets and the ability to change their mind, are going to be more straightforward from a planning standpoint versus a dynasty trust that might last for many generations and have all kinds of tax planning and implications. So just basic idea, you might think that a will-based plan, which would include the will, the power of attorney, the health proxies, and the usual things that come in a package would probably be maybe sub $1,000, and then a individual trust package at its simplest might be in 1,500 to 2,000, and then for couples maybe somewhat more, and it can really go up from there. So can't put a firm number on it, but it really depends on where your priorities are. And if you give us a call, we can certainly find something that would fit within the parameters that you need.